Hello, friend. Thank you so much for joining me over on YouTube. I just want to give you a quick heads up that the training that you're about to see was originally recorded via Facebook Live over on our Facebook page. If you like what you see and would like to learn more, make sure you join us over on Facebook for weekly tips and tricks to help you grow your direct sales business and work smarter, not harder. Hello, good morning, friends. Good morning. So today I want to talk about, are virtual parties dead? And when I say virtual parties, I mean online parties, not an in-person party. So it could be text messenger, it could be Zoom, could be Facebook, could be Instagram, could be lots of different things. Whatever your online party platform is that you want to use, whatever, it doesn't matter. But I want to talk about this because this is something that is near and dear to my heart. It literally changed the trajectory of my business. And so I every now and then, we start to hear, especially with all the recent Facebook changes to the page experience and, Meta saying that it's a new search and discovery engine and it's competing with TikTok and all these fun things. Okay. Facebook parties or virtual parties or whatever are just not relevant anymore. Okay. And again, this pops up every now and then. I've heard it a lot lately, and I just wanted to deal with this, that they've lived out their useful life. And I want to dig into why this seems to be happening. And I've heard I had a conversation with someone, one of my business besties, and she was like, yeah, they're harder now. Maybe it's time to pivot, because they just don't work anymore. And so I really want to dig into that. So I want to take a few minutes today to chat about the shifts that I've seen over time and the common reasons people say, okay, well, they're dead. They just don't work anymore, right? And so I've got five different reasons why people feel like they're dead, or maybe the shifts that you need to make in how you're thinking about them. All right. First of all, let me just make a statement that they're not dead. Okay. I have lots of people that I work closely with that are seeing lots of success with online parties. And the biggest thing I want you to kind of take away from this conversation, and I say this all the time, I always say, bring the data, not the drama. That's what one of my coaches said to me one time. Bring the data, not the drama, because I want to see the data, and I want to see the data over time. All right. Because we can get caught up in the drama of what is happening, right? We can get caught up. We've got primaries this year. We're moving into November. We're moving into the holiday season. There's all sorts of we just had a hurricane in Florida. There's all sorts of craziness, right? There's a lot of stuff happening on social media. And so we can get caught up in the drama of that. We can get caught up in all the things that are happening. But when we actually look at the data, what is it actually telling us? We can also get caught up in the drama of what happens with one party, 1 week, one time, even 1 month, right? But that's not a trend. That doesn't tell you that the whole thing is dead, right? So here's the shifts. Let's just kind of walk through the shifts of what I've seen and what you probably need to do to change your virtual parties to make them relevant to what people are looking for today. Because guys, we do go through seasons, right? We go through iterations. Everybody was locked in their house in 2020. So if you were doing virtual parties, it was like shooting fish in a barrel, right? As weird as that sounds. It was easy because you had a captive audience. We were just looking for something to do. Okay. Not the case anymore. Not the case anymore. And even before, like way back in the dinosaur days when I started virtual parties, it was, you could throw up really crappy images. You could throw up, you could like inundate people with stuff. You could have really bad captions. You could not even show yourself. Like you could just post and ghost, literally. And you would still be fine because it was new. It was fun. It was exciting. That is not the case anymore, guys. Like we've got to think differently about virtual parties. And I've been saying this for well over, 2 years now, but some people are just now starting to catch up to them. And so let's walk through how we need to think differently about this and why virtual parties are not dead. Okay. So first of all, the thing that we need, data is real, drama is overrated. Yes, Lisa. Yes. Okay, I'm gonna put that one up there. Data is real, drama is overrated. Let's get rid of the drama, folks. Let's just deal with the data. All right. Okay. So first one that we want to talk about is people don't want to be sold to. Okay. And I think this is something that is becoming very apparent with the, again, in the heyday, in not the heyday, but in the dinosaur days when I first started virtual parties, it was, I could literally throw whatever I wanted to up there. And it was like, they didn't care. Like, it was just like, we're buying stuff and we don't have to leave the house. And this is great. Right. But again, people not being wanting to be sold to is not a new concept. It's not new. We've never wanted to be sold to. But in the early days of virtual parties, because it was new, like I said, we could literally slap anything up there and people would buy. All right. And we would still get traction. You can't do that anymore. People are looking for community. They are looking for fun. They're looking for relationships. So you've got to sell me, not just on the product, but you've got to sell me on the experience, right? Why do I need to show up? Why do I need to engage? Why do I need this product over the one that I can go buy on Amazon? Like, you've got to know your products, friend, and you've got to know the benefits. You've got to understand how this is going to improve my life. And the way people want to be talked to, not talked at. We don't want a used, greasy car salesman like experience. We want to feel connected. I want to have a relationship with someone that I'm purchasing from. I hate used car salesmen. Like, if you're a used car salesman, I'm sure that you do it well. Okay. Like, no judgment on used car salesmen, but we've all had experiences with people who don't sell well. There's no connection. There's no relationship. And so again, people don't want to be sold to. We want an experience. I saw somebody, and just to kind of reiterate this point, I saw this funny post the other day. I think it was yesterday, where somebody was saying the self-checkout lines. Okay, self-checkout lines are becoming way more popular than they used to be. They're everywhere. Target has them. And I'm actually a self-checkout person because I don't want to talk to, if I'm rushing through a store, I don't necessarily want to talk to people. I also check myself out faster than anybody else can check me out. So I want to be in and out. Like, I got stuff to do. But people had a really good point. They were like, why am I doing all the work? Like, I want to talk to a person. I want somebody to help me. I want to ask questions. So I think the point is, they don't want to just be at like, wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. They want to actually have like an experience. They wanted to have a conversation. They want somebody bagging their stuff. They want somebody taking their groceries out, right? And so lots of people want that, guys. And people don't want to be sold to. They want to have those connections and relationships. Another thing, and I know I'm going to step on some toes, but I'm going to do it anyway. Okay. Gone are the days, friends, of mass invites. Again, this goes back to relationships. Social media is busy and crowded. Notifications get moved around. They disappear without notice because Facebook is always changing, right? You can't expect people to show up because they see some random notification pop up. Again, people want relationships. If you don't invite me, I'm not going to show up. So gone are the days when hostesses can be like, bam, 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 and you expect to get good results out of the party. Okay. Because again, there's no way you can build, the relationships with that many mass invites. You just can't. It also does not fit with what Facebook has said over and over and over again. It doesn't fit. It fits. I'll tell you what it fits with. It fits with bot-like behavior. And what Facebook does is shut those things down. Okay. What will it take? Bonnie, that's awesome. What will it take to get you into a party today? Yes, exactly. It'll take a personal invite and some relationship. That's what it'll take, Brian. That's what it'll take. Okay. Number three. Gone are the days when we can just throw posts up. We can not necessarily show up for the party, because this is post scheduling software. And I am a huge, huge fan of scheduling your posts ahead of time. Like, I love the flexibility of a virtual business where I can schedule posts ahead of time. I can be, engaged with my family. I don't have to be monitoring everything. Like, manually posting is for the birds, friends, right? But scheduling softwares and the ability to just post has caused some people to think that they can just post and walk away. And while that's true as far as like not having to sit on your computer, you still have to show up for the party. Okay. You still have to be online. You still have to build those relationships and build those connections. You still have to have conversations. There has to be a sense of know, like, and trust between you and party guests. There has to be a sense of know, like, and trust between you and your hostess. Think about this for a second. In home parties, right? there had to be a pretty strong sense of know, like, and trust before I let somebody in my home. Like, I'm just saying, like, before I open up the door, I've got to have a pretty strong sense of know, like, and trust, knowing you, liking you, and trusting you. If I didn't like you, I wasn't going to let you into my house. And the second part is, I'm not going to let you have access to my friends, people that I love and care about. Same thing, guys. If we haven't built a solid relationship with the guests and new people as they come in, right? If I haven't shown up and I haven't done my job of customer service and teaching people about products and doing all those things, why would I expect them to let me have access to their friends? If I don't like you, I'm not going to introduce you to my besties. That's not going to happen, right? So we need to show up and we need to build that know, like, and trust so they let us into their world so we can actually serve them in different ways. Another one is canned captions. What I mean, like, canned captions are a thing of the past. And what I mean by that is the ability to just copy paste what someone hands you, or copy paste stuff from your website, or copy paste, not actually put some thought into what you're putting in your party captions. All right. Use your own voice. I cannot say this enough. This is a huge part of building know, like, and trust, is using your own voice to write your captions. I write all of our captions, all of them, because it's my voice. Now, can my team members sometimes speak in my voice? Absolutely, because I've trained them to do that, right? But I write them. I write them, guys, and they check behind me for grammar and misspelling, okay? Because this is my voice, right? When I did my parties, it was my voice. It was my experiences, sharing about the products, sharing how we use them. So you can't just copy and paste what worked 3, 4, 5 years ago. You need to actually think about them. You need to actually put some thought behind what you're posting. And another thing to think about with that is, and I say this over and over and over again, is sharing benefits, not just features. Don't just copy and paste what your website says. I don't care where it was made. I mean, some people might. What material it is, color. I need to know, how is this going to benefit me? How is this going to save me time? How is this going to save me money? What are your personal experiences with the product? How is this going to make me feel, right? That's what we need to be thinking about. And the last one someone already alluded to, friends, gone are the days when you can't show your face in a virtual party. Gone. So if you are camera shy, if you don't like to show your face, even in like a pre-recorded video or an image, if you don't like the way you look and you're just like self-conscious about it, you got to get over that. Okay, you got to get over that. People need to see your face. They need to hear your voice. Live video is by far one of my favorite tools for building relationships. Obviously, I'm here on live video, but the other way is you can also use pre-recorded videos, right? I have 4 kids, and so when I was in the field, they were much younger, and it was a bit of a circus to have a live in my house. I'd be like, shh, and my husband would be like trying to keep everybody quiet while I had a live, or I'd have to wait till they were in bed or do it before they got up or something like that, or nap time. And even then, you never know when they're going to wake up from nap time or the dog's going to bark. So you can still use pre-recorded video and demo a product, show how to use a specific tool, give some hacks and tips, maybe show something, teach them about something in your industry or your niche, and still build that connection. All right. So guys, but you have to show your face. So a couple ways that you can show your face, a couple places. Obviously, in some sort of welcome post where you're introducing yourself during the party. I like to have at least 1 video per day. Again, because I had little people, it was typically pre-recorded, just a short how-to, tip, hack, whatever, that I would share inside the party that had me, not corporate, not my company, nothing like that. Okay. It was me showing it. I also like to do at least 1 live during the party. So again, they could hear my voice. They could see me talking to them. You could do this in a few different ways. You could do, if you're doing multiple parties per week like I did, you could do a live from your business page, share it into your party groups, or encourage your party guests to come over and hang out with you. That's another great way to build connection. You could go live in each of your parties. That is, that is something that if you have the time, that's great. I would typically do a live welcome message so people could hear my voice, see my face, all that fun stuff. And that was a quick, short snippet. Okay. So guys, I'm telling you, like video is the future. Okay. We've got to be using it, friends. We've got to be using it. So the bottom line It is the folks that are saying that parties are dead, virtual parties are dead, online parties are dead, have either never done virtual parties. That's my favorite part, is when I see stuff about this and people have never done a virtual party. I'm like, what are you even talking about, right? Or they're unwilling to shift with consumer behavior. They're unwilling to meet consumers where they are, right? Truly, consumer behavior hasn't shifted that much. It's just becoming more apparent what works and what doesn't. Okay. So that is my soapbox for today, friends. Okay. We've got to get past this kind of drama and all this other nonsense that comes into our world, and really look at the data. What's working, what's not, what are people responding to, what are they not responding to, how can I make this experience better, how can I build better connections, all of those fun things. Okay. All right. So guys, that's my challenge for you, is how can you make your party experience more relational? How can you make your party experience more personal for people? How can you build know, like, and trust so that people will flock to you? Truly, they will. It's an easy yes when someone feels connected to you. Okay. All right, guys, have a fabulous rest of your day, and I will see you soon. Bye, guys.